It's a rainy day, whole day in the forecast idea, but forecasts are not always right about Madeira. Even more often than not, they're not right. But it appears to be rainy day anyway. Just a little break right now. I warn you in advance that this video may skip some frames because I'm filming with an old security camera which has timestamp, and after every 10 minutes it starts a new video, stopping the old one. So in every 10 minutes it may skip some frames, and I'm giving this warning because that will be perhaps a longer talk, because there are some news, good developments. In this sense that I began receiving online donations even from people who I don't personally know, which is a good development, absolutely. So a month ago, in one of the videos I told that so far I haven't received any donations, zero. But it was in the sense that from people who I don't know. In 10 years or more, 20 years, in my countless, not countless, but quite a few escapes from country to country, and countless travels in different countries, in situations when I ended up with no money at all. My friends have helped me out, but it was zero donations from people who I didn't know. But of course I survived quite significant periods of time in Paris, and not only Paris, around France, in Nice as well. In periods of time I had no support at all from social services, so I survived from street donations. But I learned during my life in Paris a few years that when I did my art, either with my music or music, I mean I did music only on my tablet and with loudspeakers, or some kind of other art, when I tried to sell it on street on Montmartre, then I had only few coins in a couple of weeks. That was just waste of time. So I later learned that easier is not to do anything useful, it's just to go around and ask people directly. So if you talk, if you just wait and people pass by, you don't talk to them, they don't give you anything. But if you go directly on street and ask them, then they give money, and I try to do that in sense of making my request in some kind of funny manner with some jokes, and it worked well, and I survived times with only street donations. Here in Madeira I tried and it worked, but I don't have much time here. I'm very busy in Madeira to go on the street. So that's a great development now that some donations have begun to arrive online as well. And thanks to everyone, and this is really great. And I hope it will keep coming from different people. And to put the record straight, now I have already donations online as well. So In recent years, actually, especially here in Madeira, I've been trying not to be in a situation when I don't have money at all, but especially in bank. But it happened now, just recent few weeks, that I had pretty much no choice after spending 2,000 euros on my electricity system here, solar panels and power stations. Then there was a little bit money left for just my regular monthly payments, but now just last few weeks I was thinking that I have to already take my ultimate reserve cash from my pocket and put back in my bank, but fortunately some donations have helped me out, so I don't need to spend my last reserve for going back to putting money in a bank. This actually is not for rain or water, because I have protection here over my head. It's for keeping a cave warm during cold nights, because nights are sometimes getting cold in sense of Madeira terms cold. It's not really cold, it's like 15 degrees, maybe it gets 16 degrees, something like that. But the walls which have heated up been heated up during the all summer, if I keep the door open, the cold air gets in, and it's uncomfortable to sleep. I don't want to take out my winter sleeping bag yet, so I keep it closed on nights. And the last expenditure which I was talking about, why I went so low in my bank, it was because I had to buy all these cables. I had no choice. Even I didn't think I will need them. Total it costed perhaps a few hundred euros, because these are not cheap, these cables. I had plenty of them. Not only cables, I mean I had to build them. I had to pay somebody to build them in a company who sold me all this stuff. All these car plugs, 12 volts. Plus I have to the converters themselves I had to buy. I mean from 12 volt into USB, and I have for every kind of device to charge here, to lamps, to ventilators which are connected here now. So we'll start. This is another one which goes up here and comes here. Here is another ventilator, and all these cables, you see, 1, 2, 3, to lamp. After the portable, I have smaller power banks as well, which I have to charge, which I carry around, and phones and tablet and cameras and headphones and so on. I mean, all kind of devices need to be charged. And if I do them, this expenditure was necessary because in the rainy season, not every day the power stations are getting charged. And if I use conversion from this power station into 230 volt alternative current, using these kind of chargers, which I'm not using anymore, I haven't just removed them right now. I have to pack them up because I don't really need them, because now I have 12 volt. So this conversion from battery current into alternative current, 230 volts and back to 5 volt, it's a big loss of energy. So this fully charged power station, the bigger one, lasted only 2 or 3 days, depending on how much I used. And even if I didn't use at all, the power station itself loses energy a little bit when this current is switched on. That is behind the button, so I can switch it on and off. But I still need this 230 volts alternative current for heating water or heating food, and I bought this boiler because this uses less energy than the heating with the stove, electric stove. So all this cost money. I mean, especially the power stations themselves. I spent all my bigger reserve, but it was necessary. And now I have a system which will last maybe even a week, maybe 5 days, but I don't think that in Madeira it will be 5 days completely cloudy, that it will not charge at all, even a little bit, keeping it up. Now it began charging again, and so the point is that this was to switch to a 12-volt system. All these converters, the plugs, the connectors, total I think even more than 200, maybe 300 euros, all the reserve I spent on that. And now I can survive even on cloudy days like that, when the output of solar panels is very low. And maybe I've been talking about over 10 minutes, but I wrap it up with saying that I appreciate all the donations, and quite likely I will not be creating videos thanking every month everyone. It's just not a productive way of work. If somebody donates and I spend all the time instead of working on project on thanking, so I thank in advance all the future donations, donors as well, online, especially in times when I don't have between my schedule time to spend on going on the street asking money. So here we go. Again the noises. I don't like to spend end videos with noises on it, on the video. So I'm trying to think what's the biggest donations I ever got on the street. In Paris I got sometimes, it's rare, but I got even 20 euros and 10 euros, but usually like 2-3 euros or 5 euros. Here in Madeira, the biggest amount on street someone has donated me was, actually no, I think if I with my advertisements, I haven't been here in Madeira yet going around like talking directly to people. I was usually sitting around with my advertisements on my, you've seen it on other videos, on my hand truck. There are advertisements, and so I was sitting around working on tablet, and when people come around and tell me, ask me something, and I got 10 euros as well. But actually I got more ones. One guy just wanted to talk to me, was drunk, and he paid me a coffee. It was almost 2 years ago, when I wasn't here still living. I was living in a tent somewhere else, and offered me coffee, and he was drunk, and kept me giving money. First gave me 5 euros. Oh, you need money, give me 5 euros. After he gave me, oh, it's too little, I give you more. Give me more, 10 euros. And after half an hour talk, he gave me more, 20 euros. So I get, I guess, 35, 40 euros for that, the drunk guy. But when I said, listen, I have to go, because otherwise he later thinks that, oh, he given me too much. But I stopped the conversation with an excuse. And, I said, thank you so much, I need to go, So that was a funny story, but yeah, these kind of things happen. But in Paris, I actually I counted that if I work hard, just asking around everyone on the street, I would make more money than Social Security would have paid me. When Social Security paid me finally, then of course I earned more. I didn't go anymore on the street. I needed to concentrate on my project then, but when I was asking money just on street, I didn't ask everyone. I was looked like people who, because my style was. 1 second, I have to sneeze in my nose. So when I was walking around, I didn't want just ask money. As I said, I was telling some kind of jokes and a funny way, asking money. So in French, because I speak fluent French. But when you can talk to people who are just running around, are busy, they don't just have time for it. So I was looking around people who were just sitting, waiting for something in a bus stop, or somewhere next to a bar, looking around, waiting someone. So I approached these, and Paris is big. There are many people who just look around, have nothing to do. So I spoke to these usually. No, not to everyone. Then I earned about €5 in average. And €5 an hour was my like profit from this work. And I, because Paris is big, and there were times when I didn't have money even to buy a ticket to the transport. So I everywhere where I had to go to fix my documentation. I was stuck in Paris in 2019. When I arrived there, I was stuck because of COVID, and I couldn't. My plan was when I came from Italy, I went to Switzerland. I was there at friends, and when I went to Paris, was just temporary stop. I wanted to go to Portugal already in 2019, but because I didn't want to take a COVID vaccination shot, I couldn't move. So I was stuck for 5 years in Paris because after 2-3 years, I guess the restrictions were taken off from. You couldn't travel unless you had been vaccinated. But after a few years, I was already busy there with my other projects. I couldn't just stop everything and leave behind and just come to Portugal. So I had to spend a few more years in Paris just to end everything I did there, to give all my stuff away to friends which I already had accumulated there, and then I could come over to Portugal, even though it was in my mind long time. But the point was that, and I didn't always have money to this transport in the beginning, when I didn't have social assistance yet. I had to make the paperwork to get it done. So instead of just asking people money on street, I did it during my walks from one place to another. Paris is big, and the social places for every kind of document are all over the place. So there was 5 different organizations, or even more maybe, before I learned which ones are the right ones. I spent time going through all kinds of places, maybe 10 or 20, I don't remember, different locations. Everyone gives me new addresses. The bureaucracy is terrible in Paris. So then I had to run everywhere, and I survived by using that walking time from place to place, by asking people money same time, making jokes. So I guess I can talk endlessly about my stories around the world in 38 countries, but not every country I was asking money, definitely not. It was only just few difficult times. Usually I was able to find a job very quickly and began some basic life, beginning from zero usually. And that were the times when friends helped me out, sending me money, and these weren't donations, so these were just help between the friends. So that's why months ago I told that I had received 0 donations, which is factually correct in online. And as I began now receiving donations online as well, thanks to everyone, and in advance, thanks to everyone.